You are watching Shalom World News. I'm David Kerr from Lansing in Michigan, and these are your latest news headlines from around the world. A bishop in the United States has banned a school in his diocese from calling itself Catholic. Bishop Robert McManus of the Diocese of Worcester in Massachusetts issued his decree on Thursday after Nativity School repeatedly refused his requests to remove flags promoting the Gay Pride and the Black Lives Matter movements. Bishop McManus' decree means that the school can no longer host Holy Mass or any other sacraments on campus. The school is also prohibited from sponsoring other masses or sacraments in churches across the diocese. Nativity School will no longer be able to have fundraisers involving diocesan institutions. Meanwhile, the Bishop Emeritus of the diocese, the Most Reverend Daniel Riley, will step down from the school's board of directors. Cardinal Wilfred Napier of South Africa has criticised US politician Nancy Pelosi for publicly supporting abortion while also publicly identifying as Catholic. In a recent video statement, Mrs. Pelosi, who is the Speaker of the US House of Representatives, said that she is a very Catholic person who also believes in the right of every pregnant woman to decide whether or not to have an abortion. In response, Cardinal Napier, who is the Archbishop Emeritus of Durban, said via Twitter, "Since when have women been given the right to judge whether another human being lives or is sacrificed to the god of death and evil?" Meanwhile, in Ireland, the countdown has begun to the annual Rally for Life, which will take place in Dublin on July the 2nd. The Rally for Life is the biggest pro-life event in Ireland. It will begin at 2 p.m. in the Garden of Remembrance on Parnell Square in Dublin's city centre. The theme of this year's rally is Rethink Abortion, which aims to be a clarion call to Irish citizens to spare a thought for the unborn. Every year, as many as 6,500 babies are legally aborted in Ireland. The British Foreign Office has imposed sanctions on Patriarch Kirill, the head of the Russian Orthodox Church. In a statement issued on Thursday, the Foreign Office said that they had taken the step as a response to the Patriarch's endorsement of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. They said that President Putin's allies choose to turn a blind eye to alleged war crimes and instead continue to support his bloody offensive. Church leaders in the Holy Land have expressed hope that the forthcoming visit of US President Joe Biden to the Middle East will help mitigate some of the challenges currently facing the country's Christian community. President Biden is expected to visit Israel, Palestine and Saudi Arabia from July the 13th to the 16th. Patriarch Theophilus III of the Greek Orthodox Church said he hopes that the presidential visit will help Palestinian Christians who, he notes, have come under recent attack from extremist Jewish organisations with, he alleges, the tacit support of Israeli authorities. Meanwhile, the patriarchal vicar of the Melkite Catholic Church in Jerusalem, Archbishop Yasser Ayash, says he also hopes the US president will address the issue of intimidation of Christians within Israel and Palestine. Archbishop Ayash says that such intimidation has led to an exodus of Christians to the West in recent years. Meanwhile, in Myanmar, another Catholic church has been burned by government troops. The latest attack took place in Doi Yaku in Karenni State on June the 15th, when St Matthew's Church was torched by soldiers. Government troops are currently engaged in an armed conflict against a local militia outfit known as the Karenni National Defence Force. St Matthew's is one of 38 parishes within the Diocese of Lao Khaw in the eastern part of Myanmar, which is a Buddhist majority country. The Karenni National Defence Force is one of 11 armed ethnic militias currently fighting against Myanmar troops. The nation's military seized power in February of last year. The Vatican has released its yearly report charting the income and expenditure of the annual Peter's Pence collection. That's the fund which is supported directly by Catholic parishes and dioceses around the globe. Its proceeds go to support the Pope's ministry and charitable endeavours. In 2021, donations and income from investments brought in just over $49 million to Peter's Pence. Expenditure, however, totalled just over $68 million. That meant that funds set aside from previous years had to be drawn upon to fill the shortfall. The most generous country, says the annual report, was the United States, with just under 30% of Peter's Pence coming from dioceses and individuals in the US. Finally, preparations are underway in Rome ahead of the 10th World Meeting of Families, which will begin on June the 22nd. The theme of the 4-day event is Family Love, Vocation and a Path to Holiness. In total, over 2,000 families are expected to attend. The gathering is being organised by the Vatican's Dicastery for Laity, Family and Life in association with the Diocese of Rome. Organisers say they aim to highlight family love as a vocation and a path to holiness, as well as share the profound meaning of family relationships in everyday life. The schedule of events includes Holy Mass in St Peter's Basilica, speeches by lay Catholic couples, family activities, and a live performance by the Italian operatic pop trio Il Volo. Pope Francis will briefly address families on the first day of the event. He will also preside over Holy Mass in St Peter's Basilica on Saturday, June the 25th, and will talk to the families again during his Sunday Angelus. Well, that's your latest news headlines for now. Do join us for more tomorrow. You can also join us at swnews.org for news updates. Shalom.